As a Black person, and especially as a Black creative, the idea of being mediocre was just never something in my arsenal, or just never something that was accessible to me. From a very young age, as a person of color, you are taught that you must act, look, conduct yourself a certain way when you are around people of a certain hue. Because we live in a society that any misstep, any imperfection can be a reason that you are murdered or put into jail. The sheer weight of perception is maddening. And when you're someone who is artistically inclined, it can stop you from doing the things that you really want to do. Because it's one thing to grow up. I grew up in New York City around people that looked like me or were Black and brown. And it was not uncommon that, like, at least half of the people you are surrounded with are severely talented in some way, but they just don't have the resources or the opportunities to express that. And then you go off into college, and maybe you go off to a college that's in a predominantly white area, and you see what you have to compete against, like in the real world. And you realize that no matter how much you studied, how much you practice, how much experience you got, like wherever the fuck you were from, white mediocrity usually will reign. And I'm someone that, I'm an avid music lover. I follow musicians on social media from all around the world. And I would like to think I'm not talking out of my ass when I say that I can tell when someone has a large following on social media who is a musician. And how do I say this? I don't want to sound cocky, but why the fuck shouldn't I sound cocky? That's how most musicians get ahead in this business. At this point in my expression, I've become very aware at when someone I see online is not on the same level as me technically when it comes to playing their instrument or, whatever else involved in music. But I know that they fit the conventions of attraction better than I do. And when you can sing a little bit on key and play a few notes on an instrument and you are a attractive white woman, you will get a lot farther than me, you know? And it's not all for naught. If it's not losing out to white mediocrity, then my only option is to sell myself out like Nicki Minaj to remain relevant and remain within proximity with the rich pedophiles. I know I'm all over the place with this, but it's just been a real whirlwind going along this artist path and getting past the mental blockage of I'm not good enough, because I know that in this society, I'm never going to be good enough, bitch. So why should I stop? Why should I not do the things that I want to do? I don't care that I have a fraction of the followers that someone who is technically worse on an instrument than me. I don't, I'm not here for all that. I'm happy to just be on here, play my little songs, say my little 2 cents, and be about my day. It took a long time to get to this point. For so long, I let myself be afraid of what if. What if things don't go wrong? But now, as I go into my 30s, I want to question, what if things go right? You know? The cards are already stacked against me. Why not do it? What if things go good? What if things go in my favor? And if they don't, well, that's how they were meant to go, I guess.